In the cutthroat world of Chinese entertainment, where even a minor mistake can destroy years of reputation, even big names like Wang Yibo are not immune to the public's sharp scrutiny. Recently, a shocking incident occurred that placed Yibo at the center of controversy. However, what truly shook his fans was the response that emerged not from his agency, but from someone they never expected to stand up for him, Xiao Zhan. It all began at a major event where Wang Yibo was alleged to have made a technical error during his performance. Many considered it minor, but the online public wasn't so forgiving. Negative comments flooded social media, and hateful hashtags began trending. Yibo, known for his perfectionism and professional image, appeared deeply shaken. He didn't issue a clarification, didn't appear in public, and didn't post anything for several days. Amidst the storm, what angered fans the most was the silence from Yibo's agency. No official statement, no clarification, no defense. Fans began to question, does his agency really care? This is where everything changed. As the world seemed to turn away from Yibo, one figure emerged and brought warmth amidst the biting storm. Without an announcement, without drama, without a PR strategy, Xiao Zhan took a very personal, very sincere, and very powerful step. On his Weibo account, he wrote a meaningful message. Everyone makes mistakes, but what sets us apart is how we rise again. Yibo is a true hard worker. I know that because I've seen it with my own eyes. In an instant, the post went viral. Not just because of his support, but because of the courage of a celebrity to openly defend a friend, at a time when the world chose to judge. For fans, this wasn't just a post, it was an acknowledgement, love, and proof that the bond between Yibo and Zhan wasn't fabricated. Comments poured in. Many wrote, "When everyone was avoiding Yibo, you stood up for him. Thank you. We knew he needed someone. We're glad it was you, Xiao Zhan. Your friendship is real. It's more than just colleagues." Hashtags like hashtag Xiao Zhan supports Yibo and hashtag Wang Yibo is not alone trended, even outside China. This became a major question. Many began speculating that Yibo's agency was keeping its distance for strategic reasons, or even trying to divert attention by letting the storm pass. However, in the eyes of fans, this decision was fatal. How could someone who brought billions in profits to the company be left to face the storm alone? At this point, Xiao Zhan once again became an unexpected hero. Instead of avoiding the situation, he took a risk. He knew that defending Yibo could lead to backlash against himself, given their past, which has often been the subject of speculation and rumors. But he did it anyway. Some insiders even revealed that Xiao Zhan personally contacted Yibo's staff and even visited Yibo's training location after the incident, just to offer direct support. He didn't care about media attention. He cared about Wang Yibo as a human being, not just as an idol. Not only that, in an interview a few days after the incident, Zhan mentioned, "When someone you value falls, you don't ask what happened. You just need to hold their hand." A simple sentence that made millions of people cry. And Yibo? He didn't say much, but in his first post after the controversy, he simply wrote, "Thank you. I'm not alone." What Xiao Zhan did was not just helping, but showing that he saw and understood Yibo deeply. This was not a relationship born out of a contract, nor was it a bond forced by the camera. It was proof that these two souls once cared deeply for each other, and perhaps still do. Many entertainment analysts have begun discussing the turning point in the relationship between these two major stars. Some argue that this is a moment of reconciliation after the distance that had previously existed. Others are certain that this marks the beginning of a new era, where Yibo and Zhan no longer have to hide their connection, at least in the form of genuine emotional support. With Xiao Zhan's support, Wang Yibo's fanbase acted swiftly. They created clarification threads, uploaded defense videos, and even sent a food truck to Yibo's workplace as a tangible expression of love and support. Amidst all this, one name is always mentioned alongside Yibo, Xiao Zhan. He not only inspired Yibo to rise again, but also mobilized the entire fandom to demonstrate the power of love and loyalty. Ironically, isn't it? At a time when the agency chose to remain silent, someone from outside the system, from a complicated past, became the savior. This is not just a critique of the industry, but also a lesson in humanity. That a sincere heart will always speak out, even when the entire world chooses to silence the voice of truth. The agency's silence felt so piercing, not just for Wang Yibo, but for everyone who loves him. Those who have managed his career, reaping profits from every successful step he takes, chose to remain silent when he was most vulnerable. Fans couldn't hide their disappointment. How could someone who has given everything, his energy, time, even his mental health, be left alone to face the storm of criticism and abuse? Has professionalism erased the human side of this industry? However, on the other hand, the voice of a friend's heart proves that there is still genuine love amidst the cold chaos of the entertainment world. Xiao Zhan did not act like a star. He acted like a human being, feeling his friend's pain, unable to remain silent when someone he values is hurt. In one small step, he shook the system built on self-interest and calculation. He reminded everyone that behind the glamorous screens and packed schedules, celebrities are just human beings who also need to be embraced, understood, and protected. This stark contrast has become a symbol of resistance against the often unfair mechanisms of the industry. Xiao Zhan chose an unsafe path. He placed his heart before management policies, defying the logic of silence for the sake of image. And ironically, that is precisely what made him so beloved. Because in a world always seeking profit, a simple heartfelt step can break through the walls built by strategy, touching the souls of millions tired of pretense. For many, this is just another ordinary incident. But for those who have followed the long-standing story between Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, this is proof that their relationship runs deeper than meets the eye. When the world chooses to turn away, Xiao Zhan stays, draws near, embraces in silence, and strengthens through love. And perhaps, behind all the spotlight and grand stages, that is the truest form of love.